Need to create a resume that will stand out and land you that interview, but feel like you don't know where to start? Don't worry, you aren't alone. After reviewing thousands of resumes over the last 5 years, I've realized that most people don't know how to create a strong resume. The good news is that it can be easier than you might think, and when done right, it will shoot you to the top of the candidate list. Let's get into it. When tackling any big project, it's always best to break it down into multiple easier steps. When creating a resume, we're going to follow 3 steps. First, write your text and bullet points. Second, select and fill out a template. Third, proofread. Step 1 will probably take the longest, but don't be intimidated because this is definitely one place where less is more. The text and bullet points that every resume needs will go into the following sections: professional summary, work experience, education, and skills, certifications, awards. Let's take these one at a time. So open up a blank document and just start typing. Don't worry about templates, organization, or proofreading at this point. Let's just get the words out. Professional summary. This is the first section on the resume and actually optional. I still like to see it because it offers a nice introduction and shows me if a candidate can communicate well in full sentences. I recommend a professional summary instead of an objective because anyone reading your resume knows your objective is to get a job. Don't waste resume real estate. Shoot for 2 sentences, no more than 3. This should describe you as a professional worker. Be complimentary, but not too far out there. If you aren't sure where to start, ask a coworker, manager, friend, or teacher to describe the best parts about you as a worker in 5 words. Combine your years of experience, if more than 2, and expand those into 2 sentences with an optimistic tone. Something like, a highly organized and proactive administrative professional with 5+ years of experience working with teams and on solo projects. Enthusiastic and dedicated worker, always ready to take on new challenges in a fast-paced environment and help the organization exceed goals. Don't overdo it here. Write too much and people will stop reading. Flatter yourself too much and the hiring manager won't believe it. Next is the work experience bullet points. This is where people really mess up, but not you. You're going to do this differently and make your resume stand above the rest. When writing the bullet point text under their work experience, most people use way too many bullet points and simply describe their responsibilities or copy from the job description. While this isn't bad, it's really not good. Remember, we're going for great here. If it's my job to read your resume, I probably have a good idea of what your job duties were from your title. Don't waste space telling me what I already know. What should we do instead? First, consider that you should only have 3 to 5 bullet points per job. More recent jobs can have closer to 5, and older jobs closer to 3. This means each bullet point has to showcase why you are a great worker based on your past success. What you really want to do here is list accomplishments, accolades, awards, and statistics, or numbers, to show your value. Start by making a list of big things you accomplished in the role. Add to this any recognition you received, awards, certifications, attaboys, etc. Finally, write down any pertinent quantities: how many calls per day, how many people served per day, how many clients you worked with, how many employees managed, vendors worked with, etc. Now, using this list, begin to build 3 bullet points that showcase your worth. This is not a complete sentence, but a statement describing what you accomplished. If you are still in the job, write in present tense, unless it was a project or accomplishment that isn't ongoing any further. If you are not in the job anymore, write in past tense. If you are describing your responsibilities, make sure you include the scope by using numbers. If you still have more you want to say, add a 4th or 5th bullet point, but no more. These can be longer or complex bullet points, but don't create a wall of text. Leave the reader excited to talk to you to learn more. The next section to write up is education. If you are still in school or just graduating, this should come before work experience and be a little more detailed. If you already have a job after college, this should come after work experience and have fewer details. Either way, it should include your major, minors and concentrations if applicable, your GPA if it was exceptionally good, say 3.8 or higher, and any awards and honors you've received. You probably don't need to include your graduation date if it's been a while. If you recently graduated and your work experience is light, including your graduation date does help explain that. If you are a recent graduate and your education is really all you have, You can treat school projects, internships, and volunteer opportunities like jobs and include bullet points similar to the work experience section. Just make sure they are relevant to the work you're applying for. The last section you need to write up is the skills, certifications, and awards section. Start by making a list of all the awards you have received. From Employee of the Month on up, write it down. Next, add any professional certifications to the list. Last, the skills. The secret here is these skills should match the job listing or position you're applying for. Check out the requirements section of the job ad and find the skills that match yours and make sure those come first. This section is really important to get right since this is what job board website algorithms use to match your resume to different jobs. But you can't go too crazy and list every unrelated hidden talent. It's a balance. With our bullet points and text written out, we are ready for step 2. Select and fill out a template. Most people wrestle with this one and actually end up wasting time and still dealing with issues. So let's go over a couple of easy options and things to avoid. First, what to avoid. Do not use Indeed's Resume Builder function. Indeed is a great site, but if you watch my other videos, you know how much I dislike the resumes that come out of the Indeed Resume Builder. Their tool creates awkward, overly long resumes, includes irrelevant information, and since so many people use it, your resume ends up looking identical to everyone else's. And even if you end up getting a clean resume out of this tool, you'll sell yourself short by not showcasing your computer skills. When I hire for administrative roles, where creating professional documents is a big part of the job, and I have hundreds of applicants, I don't even look at Indeed-created resumes since the candidate didn't put the document together themselves, and therefore I have no idea if they can create a document. Also, do not use any other resume generator website. It may look easy and show you a beautiful preview, but at best you will likely get a static document that can't be easily edited. At worst, the document will have formatting issues and you will have wasted a ton of time. You could try a generative AI service like ChatGPT, but make sure you review it and the finished product is something you're happy with and have control over. So if we aren't using the easy tools available to us, what are we going to do to create a resume? The answer is use a template. These are free, relatively easy to use, give you full control, and most importantly, look nice and help you stand out. So where do I find these magical templates, you ask? Well, if you're using Word, just click File, New, and head over to the Resumes and Cover Letters section. Browse through and pick the one that matches your personality. Keep in mind that some of these are geared for specific industries and countries. In most cases, you should not include a photo. And unless you're looking for a graphic design or visual marketing role, your template does not need to be artistic. A little bit of color goes a long way. Using Google Docs instead, simply go to the template gallery and check out these 5 options. I do see a lot of them, but it's not ridiculous like the Indeed template. Plus, you have full control and can edit them in any way you like. Want more options? Just search for resume template in Google or other search engines. Here's all the Microsoft templates you can download, store in Google Drive, and then open in Google Docs to edit. Just watch out for some errors that could occur in the conversion. Bottom line, select a template that looks nice. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. If you are feeling up for it and have some skills in Word, create your own template from some of these examples. Now that you've selected a template, it's time to fill it out. Start at the top and work your way down, editing each section with the text and bullet points you created in step 1. Be very careful here, since copying and pasting could bring over a different format or font color. But we will handle that in step 3. Just work your way through the template, typing your information if you have to. Copy and paste where you can. If the template gives you any trouble with line spacing or sections, there's a trick you can use to see what's going on behind the scenes. In Word, you can use this button to show and hide non-printing formatting symbols that control spacing and lines. In Google Docs, it's under View, Show Non-Printing Characters. If you're struggling too much with one template, ditch it and find another one. Finally, we're on to step 3, proofreading. This is the step that is missed or rushed through by too many people. Your resume is a representation of who you are as an employee. There's no time limit to complete this document. You can get outside help. Therefore, employers look at your resume as the very best work you are capable of. Take the time to read through your resume at least 3 times. Read every word slowly. Word and Google Docs will catch the misspelled words, but they won't necessarily catch the wrong word choice or misspelled proper nouns, like the name of the company you work for. Here's what you should look for when you proofread: spelling, grammar, formatting, font, and page breaks. So what do you do if you aren't an English major, or maybe English isn't your first language? The same thing every English major, published author, and native English speaker does: have someone else proofread it after you do it. In fact, you should have at least 2 other people look at it after you're done proofreading it 3 times. Ask a respected friend that has talent in this area. Ask a parent, or aunt or uncle. Ask a teacher. Ask a mentor. Find someone that will be honest with you because they care about your success. Ask them to review your resume for spelling, grammar, and formatting. Then ask them if they have any other notes for you. Keep in mind most of them may have different ideas about what a resume should look like, and that's okay. Take their feedback gratefully and integrate what you can to make this the best document of your life. Once you're done proofreading, you're almost ready to submit your resume and get that interview. Before you submit it, make sure you save it as a PDF. Never submit a Word doc. This is done easily in Word or Google Docs. Just double check the formatting after you've saved it as a PDF. And I suggest you name the PDF as Your Name-Resume. Thank you for watching this guide to creating a resume. I know you can create an amazing document that will get you that interview. If this helped you, please help others find this video by giving it a like. Leave me any questions or ideas in the comments, and subscribe for more resume videos.